Shalom, this is the brother Ba. You're back here once again. Before I get started, like always, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rakahakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. I want to touch on the term YNs, all right? The slang word YNs, which means young niggas. And I'm going to title this, YNs represent the wicked generation, all right, that our Lord was speaking about. I recently learned what that slang term was not too long ago, probably like a few months ago, because I kept hearing it all the time, seeing it on social media. YNs, these fucking YNs. And all it means is just young, rebellious niggas. But that's the perfect byword for these young niggas, man. Nickenpoops. YNs, young niggas, man. All right? That's the perfect byword for them. And as we, approach the culmination of Esau's age, Esau's rulership, the so-called white man's age and rulership, and we approach the coming, of Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, as we approach the end of this society, the people have gotten worse. The people have gotten more degenerate, which the word degenerate means to turn away from or turn backwards. They've turned away from anything that's morally righteous, all right? And they've moved toward everything that's morally corrupt, all right? They moved toward wickedness and away from righteousness, right? And these YNs, they represent the younger population, but you have to blame the older population, because the reason why there are such things as YNs, all right? That's the reason why these young people are so fucked up in the head is because the older generation is fucked up in the head, all right? The older generation are just ONs, old niggas. I mean, it's facts, bruh. It's facts. All right? When you read the book of Titus, it talks about how the older women are supposed to teach the younger women. The older women in the fucking clubs. The older women want to pop ass and go out and date and be, wander in the streets. They don't even believe that a woman's supposed to be. And I'm talking about women that's from 30 on up, 30, 40, 50, 60. They don't believe a woman is supposed to be servant unto a man. They don't believe that shit. So they're not teaching their daughters, their granddaughters, they friends' daughters, what I'm saying, their nieces. They're not teaching them that wisdom. They showing them how to be rebellious women. The old niggas, all right? A lot of times old niggas are just jealous of young niggas because they not young anymore and they can't do the rebellious, wicked shit. They don't have the energy, the vitality, right? The youth to do their wickedness no more. They want to do it, but their body ain't matching their mind no more. They want to be able out here fucking on hoes and chasing money and carnal, pleasures, and they want to be out here chasing their desires and their lusts, but they already did it when they was young, but they want to continue to do it now that they old. It's just the fact that they old and can't do it. So they envy the young niggas. They try to disguise it through, these young niggas, they ain't shit. Look, you old niggas ain't shit. All right? Y'all are morally corrupt too. The type of food, from the food y'all eat, the gods y'all believe in, all right? The way y'all conduct yourself, y'all irrational, y'all emotional, y'all don't have no control over your spirit. Y'all the same way. So the YNs is just a product of what came before them. That's why this generation is the last generation before Yahweh comes back, and the worst generation, man. Let's go over to Matthew the 16th chapter. And if you hear that in the background, it's because it's raining. Matthew the 16th chapter, right? In verse 4, it says, "A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign." This generation is wicked and adulterous. Everybody fucks on everybody's, so-called significant other or partner. Marriages, or just throw marriages out the window. There's no such thing as marriage anymore. All right? People aren't getting married. They have a form of getting married, but really it ain't according to the ways of Yahweh Shah. All right, they go to the legal system, the court system, the government system, and get their documents. All right, But they don't know the first thing about how to have a righteous marriage. You look at this whole boyfriend-girlfriend culture. Where in the scriptures does it talk about having a boyfriend or having a girlfriend? You have a husband and a wife. Either you're courting a woman to be your wife, either you're being courted to be a wife, or there's nothing. Or you're already married. There is no boyfriend or my last boyfriend or my last girlfriend. It's confusion, it's nasty, it's messy. But that's the type of society we've been reduced to. A wicked and adulterous generation, man. Ooh, these YNs don't give a fuck about life. They don't have no wisdom to understand what the spirit world is like, or just they don't even understand spirit. They don't understand spiritual things, right? Matter of fact, let me get that. Over here in 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, right? Starting at verse 6, it says, "Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect." You YNs don't have no fucking wisdom. It says, "Yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught." But YNs, all they care about is what's in the world, what's popular in the world, right? What's fashionable in the world, their image in the world. That's all they care about. They don't care about the spiritual realm. They don't care about how they perceived in the spirit. They don't know shit about the spirit. They operate according to the flesh and how they feel immediately in the flesh, irrational. That's why they'll gun people down in broad daylight on the interstate, in a grocery store, all right? Over nothing, too. Oh, you stepped on my shoes? I'm shooting you. I'm murdering you, right? Oh, you brushed past me. You brushed past my shoulder. You touched my shoulder when you brushed past me in a crowded area. I'm murdering you, right? Or they'll just murder you just for fun. They don't even gotta know you. Just run up on you and pop your ass, man. Right? Degeneracy. They don't want to work. Hey, just don't. Anything that has to do with putting labor and effort towards it and applying diligence and dedication, you give it up. If it ain't about making them look cool in this world, being a rapper, all right? They don't give a fuck about that shit, man. It says, "But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which the Most High had ordained before the world unto our glory." It says, "Which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory." Yeah, the princes of this world, the people you esteem highly in this society, in this world, in this carnal realm, they don't understand, what's really going on. That's why they crucified Hamashiach Yahushua. Because if they understood who he was, what he came to do, and truly understood it and feared and believed, they wouldn't have did what they did. But they're consumed in their wickedness. They're consumed in their love for the flesh and the carnality. They love evil rather than good, man. Right? A wicked generation. It says, but as it is written, "I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him. But the Most High have revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. For what man knoweth the things of a man, saith the Spirit of man which is in him. Even so the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High." All right? Let me read that again. "For what man knoweth the things of a man, saith the Spirit of man which is in him. Even so the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High." So you can't understand anything of the spiritual realm, all right, of the spirit that's within the righteous spirit that's supposed to be within your temple. You can't understand none of the spiritual qualities and attributes and morals that the Lord wants you to have, because you don't have the wisdom that the Lord has given unto the people that fear him, the men that fear him, the men that follow him, the men that seek after him and acquire his wisdom, his knowledge. You don't have that, so you don't understand the spiritual things, man. And a YN don't want to hear shit about the scriptures. They don't want to hear nothing about the spiritual world. They don't want to hear nothing about heaven. They don't want to hear nothing about nothing except their desires and wants in the flesh and how they can get it now. And if they can't get it now, they're going to take it. And if they can't take it now, they're going to do whatever it takes to get it, whether that be murder or lie, cheat, steal, whatever it takes to do it and get it, they're going to do it. And you better stay out their way too, because they don't give a fuck about none of that. Oh, you taller than them, you stronger than them. They will just murder you with a gun. They don't give a fuck. So it will behoove you to not even test the YN, because that's a demon. That's a complete demon, a spirit created for vengeance to just destroy. Right? It says, continuing back in 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, it says, now we have received the spirit. So it says, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that we might know the things which are freely given to us of the Most High, which things also we speak, not in words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with the spiritual. So we operate different. Our conversation is spiritual. All right? We've been endowed with the spiritual understanding of the word. So we don't act and, behave like a YN or behave like a ON or behave, like these people in the world. We conduct ourselves different. All right? Like scriptures teaches in Timothy, seeing that these things should be dissolved, how this world is going to end with nuclear fire, right? Seeing how the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth, how should our conversation be? In all holy conversation and godliness and uprightness, through the word that teaches us how to live upright, right? Continuing, it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. So you can't teach no YN. He's the natural man. He can't receive the things of the Most High. It wasn't given unto him. That's a gift that the Lord has given unto us. So when we out there teaching and the YNs walk by with their ski masks, they just, man, what the fuck, you lame ass niggas, fucking bum ass niggas. Yeah, you better, you better not say nothing, nigga. I shoot you. That's a YN for you, man. I got a YN at work where I work at, man. Nigga, this young nigga just left. He's left work today just because. He comes in, he has no motivation to work, which I understand, right? These are slave jobs. We all understand that. But the curses say we should eat by the sweat of our brow. And a man has to do what a man has to do to get his daily bread at the end of the day. You still got to be a man and get up and plow, all right? They don't have the motivation to do that. That's why you see this whole streaming culture with all these kids hopping on the laptop and trying to make a living off of this streaming thing, just sitting on a laptop or computer and talking and doing dumb shit all damn day, throwing firecrackers in their room, just doing dumb shit because they don't want to actually learn a skill or a trade or apply themselves. All right? This generation is over. This generation is through. That's how you know the Lord is finna come back. YNs is a sign of the Lord's return, man. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to tell you this. YNs is a sign of the Lord's return. These niggas got to be destroyed, man. These niggas got to be wiped out. All right? They the natural man. And since this world is built off of carnality and just its natural state of the flesh, all right, it's going to be destroyed. But the spirit can't be destroyed. All right? It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for they are foolishness unto him. Yeah, they think what we teach is foolishness. They think we're the clowns. All right? Y'all niggas ain't got no money. Y'all niggas ain't got no hoes. Y'all niggas ain't doing shit. Y'all niggas, man, who the fuck want to be like, I'm trying to be like, these rappers, nigga. I'm trying to get this bag, nigga. I'm trying to put her in the drop top. That's their mind, I'm trying to fuck on these hoes. Now I'm trying to get some pussy, nigga. That's these YNs for you, man. Right? All wisdom is foolishness unto them, but the world and what they see through the television and through social media, what they hear through the music, what they consume through the food, that's all they're concerned with. What makes them feel good. Right? It says, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. You can't teach no fucking YN, man. YN is totally, he was just a spirit created for vengeance. These young niggas don't give a fuck about nothing but whatever the flesh wants at that moment. If they get mad, they're going to murder you. If they get sad, they're going to murder you. If they bored, they're going to rob your ass. All right? They're going to act off of any lust that they have. So when you go out in this world and you may go, every now and then, bros may go to a little restaurant, or you may have a woman you're entertaining, you may take her somewhere, and it's just you and the woman, and you go out and it's nighttime and you see a group of YNs, you already know, nigga, just cross the street. As a man, anyways, you supposed to be circumspect and know your surroundings. Everywhere you go, you supposed to know exactly where you are, who's around you. You supposed to see YNs a mile ahead or peek behind you. Know your surroundings when you go out. That's just basic one-on-one being a man with wisdom, man. Knowing your surroundings. So you take a woman out, or you, because when you go out with a woman, you already feel weak any damn way because you with a woman. All right, now you gotta kind of be in your protective mode. But you see a group of YNs, you look, man, you better go the other way, cross the street. You better be fucking wise and don't try to act tough and like, yeah, I'm gonna show my woman I ain't scared. I'm gonna walk right past these group of niggas. And as soon as you walk past them, they say some slick shit. Damn, look at this. Look at her with this fuck nigga. Look at her with this ugly bum nigga. And then you got into some shit and you end up shot up. Spirits created for vengeance, man. We live in dark, dark times, man. A time like never before. The murder rate is ridiculous in all these cities, man. And it's right now, it's mainly because of these YNs, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, just lighting the city up with guns. What they call them switches. They got these switches, man. These switches on these guns, and they just using them at the discretion of their will whenever they want to, man. This is a sign of a wicked generation. A sign of the Lord's return, man. YNs. I don't have to elaborate too much more on this topic. Lord willing, this was edifying. The Lord will be coming back, whether it's this year, next year, the year after. We hasten the day for the Lord's return. But all this wickedness that we see around us that's getting worse and worse, increasingly worse, especially amongst our people, the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, is just a imminent sign of the imminent return from our Yahweh Shai, man. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Until the next time I say shalom.